Itachi's last word. Forgive me, Sasuke. This is the end. In Japan, there's always some new Naruto discussion happening on forums. We're here to bring you the hottest threads in Japan. Today, we've got a Japanese reaction for you. Itachi, forgive me, Sasuke. This is the end. Let's jump in.
He's strong, kind, and cares deeply about his family.
Honestly, he's way too valuable to be sacrificed like that.
I think he's an amazing person, but whether he's truly kind is still up for debate.
Trying to shoulder everything alone, that's his biggest flaw.
I can't see Madara being more devoted to his brother than Itachi was.
After being fooled by that stone tablet, I feel like he'd even toss Azuna aside.
You could say losing Azuna is what broke him enough to fall for the tablet. Hard to say for sure, though.
But one thing's clear,
Between post-Azuna Madara and Itachi who didn't lose Sasuke, Itachi is hands down the better big brother.
Maybe if Madara had redirected his grief into love for the village, things would have turned out differently.
not sure Itachi would have kept loving the village if he'd lost Sasuke too.
Even without the whole Kaguya Black Zetsu mess, a peaceful village without his brother might have broken him.
People used to compare his actions to Illumi from Hunter x Hunter.
Honestly, I think he had a pretty decent personality.
He's 100% driven by good intentions, but he'll use anything and anyone if it helps the cause.
From Sasuke's POV, Itachi seems super kind. But when you look at how he pressured their dad during Sasuke's academy days, or how he lashed out at the clan, it feels like that anger had been simmering for a while. He's wrapped in kindness, but deep down he's kinda punk rock.
He was already spiraling after Shisui died, and then the clan started accusing him, plus they pinned Shisui's death on him. No wonder he snapped.
He really lived by the "if I'm the only one who suffers, that's fine" mentality.
The Uchiha he killed were probably like, wait, just you?
They were planning a coup. Honestly, they kind of brought it on themselves.
If they chose violence over dialogue, even his parents aren't in a position to blame Itachi.
Sure, some clan members didn't know, but once the Uchiha went full coup mode, there was no way to avoid collateral damage.
And let's be real, the village wasn't trying to tuku things out either.
Even though Itachi was just following orders, he called the coup-plotting Uchiha fools, obsessed with status and legacy, but then turned a blind eye to all the shady stuff Konoha was doing.
Saying, no matter how dark the village gets, I'm still Itachi of the Leaf, while brainwashing Sasuke with Kotoa Matsukami to make him love the village. Yeah, that kind of makes his anti-clan stance look hypocritical.
When I realized he was going to use Kotoa Matsukami on his own brother, I was like, bro, seriously?
It's scary to think what Itachi would have become if he'd lost Sasuke.
He tends to think in simple cause-effect logic. If I do X, Y will happen.
He prioritizes people's feelings, but he's kinda oblivious to them.
Actually, I think it's the opposite.
He's insanely good at predicting reactions, like, if I do A, B will follow, but he's bad at reading emotional nuance.
The Uchiha tragedy wasn't just his fault. Danzo, Obito, Madara, the clan's own recklessness, it was a perfect storm. But the rift between Fugaku and Itachi, that was probably because both of them sucked at emotional communication.
Low-key, the future of the Uchiha family might have hinged on Sasuke, just like Makoto and Itachi said.
Some people compare him to Snape, but they're totally different.
Although, movie Snape had all his worst traits cut out, so the cleaned up version kind of feels like Itachi.
I always thought he was more like Dumbledore than Snape.
He could never be Hokage, yeah, but he's definitely a shadow hero.
The role Sasuke plays now, it's kind of what Itachi would have been.
He's praised as the ideal big brother, but when you look closer, there's some seriously sketchy stuff.
Sasuke says, my brother was perfect, but also, he's the reason I turned out like this. So yeah, he's got mixed feelings.
Still, his love for Itachi overrides everything else, so it kind of works.
Does it really work though?
Itachi values Sasuke's life more than Sasuke's feelings, which can come off as cruel.
That's probably why people compare him to Illumi.
Illumi manipulates Killua because it's convenient for him. Same with Itachi and Sasuke. He sets things up so it's good for Sasuke and the village.
Itachi's actions benefit Sasuke and Konoha, so yeah, kinda self-serving.
There's not much difference between them, honestly.
Even if their goals and methods differ, the end result is the same.
He tortured Kakashi with Tsukuyomi? Maybe because he trusted him enough to handle it?
Uchiha really are all or nothing types, huh?
When I first read it, I thought Sasuke was awful for ignoring Itachi's love. But rereading it, I realised Sasuke knew his revenge went against Itachi's wishes, and Itachi's whole Sasuke the hero plan ignored Sasuke's own feelings. So yeah, it makes sense he chose a different path.
If Sasuke had followed Itachi's wishes, he'd have returned to the village with Itachi's head as a trophy, becoming a hero in the eyes of the same people who made Itachi kill his family. That's just grotesque.
Sasuke exists in the village Itachi dreamed of, but Itachi doesn't exist in the village Sasuke wants.
If Sasuke hadn't known the truth, it wouldn't be so dark. But then Itachi hit him with that final, "Forgive me, Sasuke" smile.
If Sasuke had returned to the village without knowing anything, it would have been even more messed up.
That "forgive me, Sasuke" moment, it's exactly what Itachi told Kasami about, realizing who he truly was only at the end.
No matter how much he played the villain, he was always just a big brother.
It's heartbreaking.
Itachi totally misunderstood how Sasuke felt about him.
Sasuke's blank, haunted face after the revenge. It was like he was forcing himself to bury his love for Itachi under rage.
If Obito hadn't picked him up, Sasuke might have just wandered off and died.
Itachi probably thought, "I've acted so evil, he must hate me now." But he loved Sasuke too much as a kid. There's no way Sasuke could hate him.
Honestly, comparing Itachi to Madara is just disrespectful to Itachi.
His childhood likability score was so high, even after all the bad stuff, it never hit 0.
Same with Sasuke. His Part 1 likability was so high, Naruto and the others just couldn't give up on him.
Why do both brothers have to raise their likability and then crash it so hard? Sentroye.
If he said "forgive me" while half blind and dying, maybe it was unconscious. Which makes it even sadder.
Sasuke never directly t'accuse about killing his beloved brother because of a lie. But when Madara nearly killed him, he said, "I can't die yet. I need to honor Itachi's life." Even during the Revolution arc, he tried to follow Itachi's path as Hokage. It felt like he was living for Itachi.
He idolized Itachi as Hokage, but also rejected the most important bonds Itachi couldn't protect. He even said, "Why didn't you kill me with our parents?" Like he believed Itachi made the wrong choice by sparing him. That's painful.
They loved each other too much and kept missing each other emotionally.
He'd be perfect as a double agent.
Among the Uchiha, his mindset is closest to Lord Tobirama's.
Totally agree.
His character was never meant to be purely good or evil. That's kind of tragic.
His love for Sasuke hides a lot of flaws.
Expecting someone to be either a saint or a monster is just childish.
Still, if Itachi had leaned one way, maybe his life would have been easier.
Naruto's full of characters like that, honestly.
If Sasuke weren't involved, Itachi would have been a cold, brilliant operative, reading every move 3 steps ahead, all for peace.
But emotionally, Sasuke probably saved him. If he'd been an only child, he might have broken down.
Sasuke was such a huge part of Itachi's life. It's hard to even imagine him without his brother.
His actions might have stayed the same, but mentally, he'd have been wrecked.
War as a kid, double agent by middle school, insane parental pressure, a foolish clan, and then Sasuke, innocent and loving, was his emotional anchor.
Itachi influenced Sasuke way too much, for better or worse.
Sasuke's descent into darkness, leaving the village, going full revenge mode, and then coming back. Itachi was the main reason for all of it.
Even Sasuke's dream after the massacre was basically planted by Itachi. He's been shaping Sasuke's path the whole time.
Beating up Sasuke and hitting him with Tsukuyomi for no real reason, that's kind of messed up.
He's too weak. He needs to get stronger. To survive, he has to hate our parents more. Oh no, I broke him.
Just looking at that, he seems kind of psycho.
If he really cared, he could have just visited Sasuke while still in the village.
Maybe he thought Sasuke was growing strong enough? And to be fair, Sasuke was getting stronger. Just not by Itachi's standards.
Then they met by chance, and Sasuke was weaker than expected, so Itachi beat him up.
Also, once they met, Itachi had to go full villain mode to make sure Sasuke hated him.
Even a hint of kindness would have ruined his "get Sasuke to kill me" plan.
Still, he went way too hard.
Itachi wasn't even in the village. How could he know Sasuke was getting stronger?
And with the whole Danzo situation, just doing missions wouldn't have been enough.
Itachi had the talent to instantly find the fastest, most efficient solution, but that doesn't mean it was the best one.
Like Kisame, he's probably not suited to be a leader.
Maybe Sasuke was tricked by people who found it convenient to paint Itachi as a noble brother who died for the village. Like Hiruzen, Obito, and the higher-ups.
Itachi probably thought Sasuke's affection dropped to 0 after the massacre and went negative after their fight. But in reality, Sasuke's love was like 1,000,000,000 points, and even after everything, it wasn't gone. Then Itachi hit him with forgive me and game over.
Itachi's a genius, but kind of dumb. If the roles were reversed and Sasuke suddenly snapped and killed everyone, would Itachi hate him? Probably not.
He'd worry about Sasuke's mental health first, or wonder if someone was manipulating him.
Even if Sasuke did it of his own will, Itachi would still ask, why did he fall so far?
He wouldn't hate him.
What if, during their fight, Itachi accidentally killed Sasuke by slamming his head into a wall?
Such a fragile little brother? Knocked out already?
If Itachi thought his own Mangekyo trigger was Shisui's death, then his advice to Sasuke was probably super vague.
Itachi and Kisame both were huge losses in terms of skill and personality.
They disagreed on the infinite Tsukuyomi, but both genuinely wanted peace. Their personalities matched so well, I hope they're touring dessert shops together in the afterlife.
Compared to Kisame, Itachi had way stronger willpower.
Itachi still had hope? Sasuke? Kisame didn't, and that's sad, but also what made him lovable.
Say what you want about his personality, but he's my top pick for Please Be Happy in Your Next Life.
So how was the debate? Was Itachi a tragic hero, a manipulative genius, or just a brother who loved too much? Let's hear your opinion in the comments.